Hey yo, hey, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you guys a requested video of these 3x3 post-it notes, or yeah, I guess they could be considered a post-it note. They're not sticky like most sticky pads are, but these are a DIY that I made of a post-it note, and I shared it in a journal and notebook group on Facebook. And so I was surprised that a lot of people actually had questions and were interested. So I'm going to do a video and I'm going to share it here on the YouTube channel. So if you want to see how these are made, stay tuned. I have here two sticky notes. One is, let's see, they're both 3x3, but this one has the sticky stuff on it. I got these from the Dollar Tree. And they have the sticky stuff on the back. I honestly do not know what that sticky stuff is, which is okay by me to not have it on this notepad. And I got these dolls from, I believe, Feathers of Style on Etsy. She has a slew of dolls on there that you can use for planner, journal making, stickers, etc., etc. Just a lot of stuff. So I decided to create my own. This is just a photo type, and I kind of threw it in the bag and messed it up. But I created this on Canva, so I'm going to show you guys how I actually did this over on Canva. If you do not have a Canva account, it's absolutely free to sign up for Canva. And if you want to try out for a limited time their paid version, you can just click the link down below and you can try it out for a week. Now this particular project you can do in the free version, just so that you know, and you don't have to worry about the paid version. And I honestly forget, it's around $12 a month for the paid version, which you can do some extra stuff in. All right, so let's get into the project. Okay guys, so here's my screen. Actually, let me just show you guys what it fully looks like. This is the full Canva account screen when you go into the Canva account, but I don't know why it's doing that weird thing, going in and out, in and out. I took an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and let's start over new. So let me go back. I clicked the home page, and there's tons of stuff that you can do, and I am going to do a custom size project. Custom size, okay. And I've already done an 8 by 5 by 11, so it's already here. Otherwise, you can just, and I'll just show you. So you want to change this PX, which stands for pixels, to inches. And then you want to put in your width, which is 8 by 5. And then click in your height, which is 11. And then create new design. All right, and then it's going to bring you up to the screen. So the first thing I'm going to do is over here on the left hand side, I am going to grab an element, which gives you your shapes. And I just recently used this square right here, but you could go into your shapes right here and it'll give you like a whole bunch more. So I'm going to just use this plain square one. Actually, I'll click on it just so that if you guys are new to Canva, it'll show you all of the shapes that are available through the Canva website. All right, and there's a lot more. So I'm just going to pick a square that is open, and then you see it pop up on your screen. It'll already have a predetermined size, and I am just going to, now the way to change the the size is first you have to take that corner edge that I had, like down here is like there's a circle right here where my cursor is, and you want to get that double arrow and then you just go in. Now I don't know if there's another way to do this, but this is the way that I learned to do it. And so I'm making it super thin because I'm actually only using it as a template, and we're actually not going to use it in the final project. And so you see it'll have 4 circles and then 4, I don't know, dash marks. I'm going to turn the color to black just for all intents and purposes. Up here in the top, you can just click on the colors, and I'm just turning it into black, but it's not going to matter. I'm just actually using it as a marker. And then I'm just going to place it up in the corner of my screen. Now, the average size of a Post-it, I know there's like a million different sizes and shapes, but the average size, which I'm going to work on today, is the 3x3. So don't pull it from down here because you're going to make the line thicker again. So I'm going to pull it over here to 3, and then I'm going to pull it down here to 3. So I have my 3x3 shape, my size, and I'm just going to make it a little bigger. Okay, so I have my 3x3 shape, and when you click off of it, all of those go away. And so I want to place another box on the inside, and I want it to have like that white border around the box. So if it's 3x3, let's see, and if you see how it has that cross, that purple cross in the middle, that lets you know you are dead center of your actual previous element or square. All right, so I'm going to, let's see, do I want it to be, I don't really want my line to be that, let's see, I don't want it to be that, I don't want my border to be that thick. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So that is going to be the inside. This is going to be the part where you're actually going to write on your sticky note. And so now I'm going to find a, sorry about the lighting. I'm going to find a character that I wanted. So I have a lot of dolls from various Etsy shops already uploaded to my Canva account. So I kind of already know which ones I want to do next. Okay, woo, got it. Okay, so these designs here I purchased from Misha Bazemore, who owns Coco Twins, and I believe the website is cocotwins.com. If you put in Coco Twins in Google, you'll be able to find it for sure. And so I wanted to use one of her dolls. I think they are super cute. And now there's a couple things and a couple ways that you can actually do this. So say like, all right, so I just picked one and I just did one click on her. And I want to, all right, narrow her down. If I wanted to actually use her in the actual pad, you could size her down. Oh, I have my 4 arrows. Let's get back. There we go. Size her down. And then you can change the transparency. Over here, you can change this little checkerboard dot. You can change the transparency for her to be actually faint in the actual notepad. And then you could just write all over her face. And then if you wanted to match the color, like the color in her lipstick, let's go back over here. When you click on the color, Canva generally gives you the colors that are in the document. Down here, it'll say photo colors. So if I was to pick, although this is not the color of her lipstick, no, but this kind of looks like it. You can use that color as the background. And then you can just write all over her face. And I think that's super cute. I didn't even think about this prior to doing this video, so I may have to do a couple of those like that. So I'm actually gonna blow her back up so that she is in full color. And let me see if the line actually, nope, it didn't. Okay, so I'm gonna minimize her. So that she can be in the actual now. If you're doing it like this, you don't want to you want to be able to write on the post-it. So you don't want to have a whole lot. And the only thing is down here at that corner I can see part of the line, which I don't want. So one way to get rid of that is to put a element behind it. So I'm just going back to elements, and I am picking a square that has, it's a solid color. And I'm just going to minimize it. I'm going to turn it white, and I'm just going to use it as a background because I really don't want. And let me put the box in place first. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it white because I really didn't want that square, and I can see it just a little bit. So I'm just going to move this over. I think I'm going to move it over. Oh no, I still didn't see it. Why can I still see it? All right, so I'm just gonna play with this for a second. Okay. So you just gotta play with the size. Just gotta play with it. And now I am, and you see how that the white box is in front of it. So you just go over here to positions. And I want to bring it forward, the face. There we go. All right, so I want to bring her face forward, and she's kind of big, so I have to I need my 4. Okay, there we go. Actually, let me hit undo because I messed up her size. Okay. So what I want to do is move her but I don't want her to be in this cut line because that is going to get cut. So I'm taking it on the corner and I'm going to pull her in. Perfect. And that was how I wanted her. Let's see if I can move this just a tad bit. Okay, cool. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That is how I want it. All right, so And again, those black lines will not be in the actual ending product. I'm just using it as a guideline. So what I'm going to do here is select all, and how you do that is the left side of your mouse, you just point it in the outside direction and you pull it over all three, and then you click the button over to the right that says group. Okay, and so now what I'm going to do is duplicate this. So let me just turn over here next to the trash can. This is the button to duplicate, and you're able to move it. And then I'm going to select both, and I'm going to click position. Oh, it's not going to let me do it. That's okay. I'm going to select both, and I'm going to duplicate them so that I don't have to keep doing this. Where's my middle? Okay, so that's my middle. And I need to, let me make this smaller so you guys can see. I need to duplicate it one more again, because I'm going to have 6 on a page. And so right now I'm just moving it up just so I can have enough space to cut. Oh, this is super cute. I like it, I like it, I like it. All right, guys. So now essentially my project is done, except, well, almost halfway done. We have the designing part done. So I'm just going to name this here mini notepad. Oops. And I think her name is Ava. If not, her name is Ava today. And I'll go back and change it. And so I'm going to download it and I'm going to print it. Now the type of printer that I have is an Epson 2720. I'm fairly new with it, so I don't, if you have questions about it, I'm probably not the best person to ask, only because I am very new to this printer. I've always used the HP beforehand, and I thought I was being a big girl and doing something big when I switched over to the Epson, but that's a story for another day. So in order to print, you have to download it. And then what I am going to do is I'm going to print it as a PDF. And I'm going to download it. And I'm probably, when I print it out, I'm probably just going to print out 3 sheets just for, the sake. Here we go. I'm like, wait, what happened? Of course, I had some other projects up. So we'll just minimize it. So this is what it actually looks like. And I'm going to hit print. And again, I'm going to print 3. Oh, that is so cute. That is so cute. Okay, so I want to print 3 copies and make sure that all of my numbers, actual size, print. Let's make sure that I'm going to my properties really quick. Make sure that it's on high quality. Okay, I think I'm good. And I hit print. All right, so while it's printing, I will change my location so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Be right back. Okay, guys, so for this part, you're going to need your printed project, a paper trimmer. I am using the Fiskars paper trimmer. And I'll leave a link in the description bar down below so that if you guys want to purchase a paper trimmer, it'll lead you to my Amazon shop. and some reptile glue. Now I switched it over to this little container because I cut the hole open a little too big. So whenever I go to use it, it just pours out all over. But this reptile glue, it is great for crafting, ceramic, wood, and plastic. So that will be what you see in here. And then I cut a 3x3 piece of light chipboard just to go on the back. And I don't know if I got this from Amazon, but if when I go through my Amazon shop, if I see it, then I'll link that down. Then I have a paper towel, and that is just to clean up the mess. All right, so the reason why I actually love the fist guards is because, and I don't know if you guys can see this, but let me see. Inside, there is a thin wire that allows you to match up for precision, and that just helps with making sure that you have a straight cut. And so what I am going to use this black line is for that line to get my straight cut. So I'm going to try to bring this closer. Let me move the glue. And I'll start at the top. Let me move my napkin. So I am just going to put that line on the inside of the black and just kind of make sure that it goes all the way down. And when I make sure it's even, one reason why I do this is because I cannot cut. I'm not a straight cutter. And so when you cut, it cuts off the black. And so that is why I use that little cheat sheet to help me out, because I've seen some paper crafters who just cut and they're like right on line. That's not me. So I need all the help that I can get. Only thing I don't like about the paper cutter is that this comes out a lot, but outside of that, I love this paper trimmer. All right, so I'm just gonna do these on all the sides and then I'll be right back. All right guys, so I am on the last one, and I want to show you guys, because even with these cutting tools, y'all can blame it on user error, sometimes like they were all even, but sometimes you see like it didn't cut all the way through. So I'm going to show you what I do. So I have this little tool, or you could use, actually, I just bought a new one. This one is called a durable detailed knife with soft grip. And a lot of people call it an X-Acto knife, I believe. But it's good for paper, cardstock, thin plastics, photos, and canvas. But I have a finger one. And sorry about my finger being, nope, that's not it. I must have thrown away the packaging. But if you have something like this, you can always use a sharp edge. I got this from the Dollar Tree. It's actually a cooking chopper. Also has measurements on here. But I actually use it for when I'm doing my Cricut projects and I need to swipe down. I also use it as a bone folder. I can use it as a bone folder. So I'm just putting this up to the edge, and don't ask me why I never took the label off. I don't know. Put the edge up to where I see the black, and I'm just going to run it down. Be very careful. This knife is sharp, and it took the black right off. So I'm going to do that for these, and then we are ready for step number 2. All right, so now we're going to put all of the Avas together. That's the cardstock. Make sure that they are in the right direction. Because that wouldn't be cool to gift this to someone. So how many? I did 3 pages with 6, so this is 18. And I guess I could have made 2 more so that they would be even, but I did not want to waste another piece of paper. So here's my stack. Here's my stash of Post-its. I guess that's what we're going to call them. I am going to attach my 3x3. And so, all right, so here's the other thing. With the black square that I had on it, the black square that I had on there made the project 3x3. But once you cut it off or cut it down, it became a smidget less than 3x3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post this up as much as I can on the square to make it even with the chipboard. Then I'm going to take, I purchased these from the Dollar Tree, and they're in the craft section. Yeah, I think these are in the craft section. And I'm going to use it just to hold everything down. Can y'all hear the birds outside? All right, so I'm going to use it to hold that down, and then I'm just going to cut. I'm going to cut down the edge. And I'm not going to use a ruler because I don't know why. I probably should. I'm just going to go along the edge of the notepad. But like I said, I am not a straight cutter. But these are for me. But you definitely want to make sure. And that's not even a whole, I don't think that was even a whole 1/8 of an inch off. And you don't have to use the other one. I did not put a cardboard backing or a cardstock backing. So I just did it for this one. All right, so let me. I guess I should do it this way. I want to make sure it's as flat as you can get it so that you can, and I know I'm holding this wrong, but, all right, so we're just going to get this, let's see. Just going to cut off this little piece here. You know, and you could be good with doing it with a pen and some scissors. But, no. Alrighty, so next step. So I have my clamps. All right, I'm about to be a little tiny bit annoyed because I see a little hangover right here. Let's see if I can get that really quick. All right, so I'm going to just clamp to hold everything down. Oh, and then this is, all right, so here's one reason why you don't want to get rid of your scraps, because for the top, I'm about to like cut myself here. Because I am messy Marvin or Marvina, and I don't want to get glue on my top sheet, so I'm just taking a little piece of that scrap paper and I'm just going to put it on the top here. Oops, I pulled it up. Didn't want to do that. Let me start this part over. And I can see at my top edge there is a little bit of the black line, which I didn't see before. So taking my reptile glue in a controlled container, and I'm not going to open it all the way because I don't want it to get everywhere. Hit that top edge. Making sure I get the cardboard. Now I'm going to let this sit for half an hour to dry, and then I am actually going to do another layer. Now I can't promise you that this is what they use to make Post-its or anything, but this is just how I am doing it, and it's just to provide a like a freebie to something that to an order from a customer. And so you just clean up your glue as much as you can. And I'm just going to use my finger to go over it to make sure it is smoothed out. I'm going to leave the clamps on it. And this is going to dry clear. It's going to dry clear, so that is a good thing. All right, so 30 minutes, guys, and then we will be back to finish this off. All right, guys, the alarm went off, and I am going to give this another dab of glue. So I just put another layer of glue. Sorry if you guys didn't see that, but I used my finger. And then see, I got glue on the front one, so that was why I put a cover sheet on the top, and I'm just going to tear that one off once everything dries. So now in one of the groups we were chatting about this, and so she did give me a name of a glue. A name of a glue that oh, and I just realized I just did this on the side and not the top of the Post-its, but I guess it doesn't matter because there's no sticky stuff on it, so either way you can use it, but preferably all of the sticky pads. Here's one. I mean, I guess it could go like this. Like, there's no right or wrong way, right? It's whatever you make it. It's your project. How about that? But she did give me a name of a glue that I believe is the name that they use to seal the top of the the Post-its. So I'm going to list that down below. And again, I have not used that, but I believe I saw it in the video because when she posted it, I looked up the videos of other people doing this, and a couple of people use that one. So I'm going to list that down below as well. But I didn't have any problem with the reptile glue. The first notepad that I had, I did about 3 or 4 days ago, and it's still all together. So either or, but I'll just leave it there so that you guys will have an option. So I'm going to let this dry maybe another half hour, 45 minutes to an hour, depends on what I'm doing. I'll come back and then we'll see how it's going. All right, guys, so I am at the end of my project. I don't even know how much time went by because I totally forgot to set my timer. And so this one here, I am going to pull off. I messed up on all parts because I did not know this was a folded. Is it a folded piece? I'm making my little finger thing to get it started. Just that top one. Okay, so I can just tear this off because I did not want that one on there. And then I can just cut. Now be careful that you're not cutting into the glue. If you use a top sheet, make sure you're just using the that you're just cutting off the excess glue from the top page. Alright guys, so looks like I cut into that. Actually had my glasses on. But sometimes that is how projects go. So I'm not even going to hide the fact that I cut into the side of it. But if you are doing this as a gift or for someone, you definitely don't want to give them anything that looks like that. And then here are how my pages turned out for my sticky. Not my sticky because this does not stick except for the top. But for my mini notepad. And I think Ava is cute. And then we have the cardboard backing. And it's fine either way, regardless as to whether or not it is on the side or on the top. I definitely will take my time with it. Even more so next time for when I'm cutting off that top page. Because I want to make sure that I keep the glue from coming onto the notepad. But this is it, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I'll leave a link to everything that I used in the comment section down below. If you like this video and more videos like this, make sure you click that like and subscribe button to be the first to know when there's a new video posted to my channel. And if you want to see some of the extra stuff I do, make sure you head over to my Instagram at Zaria's Creations and you get the inside scoop over there. And until next time, be safe, peace, and love. See ya.